Welcome to the Hooked Pod. I'm Chunk,
And I'm the Chippy.
and today's special guest we have Tom Palfrey. Although Albany is a huge fishing region, there's only a few boat mechanics in town, and Tom is one of them. I've known Tom for about 10 years, mainly in the footy field, where he used to beat me up all the time. Good mate off the field, so it's good. How did your boat mechanic career start, Tom?
Down at Chains Beach, really, just as a kid.
Yeah,
Growing up down there, I used to go down the fish filling table and used to love it. Check out all the fish and all the boats and stuff. Always had that passion for the boats. And yeah, during my school days, I actually did my work experience with Maali Marine, Russell.
yeah,
Yeah, so year 11 down at St. Joe's. Went from working there, going to school there, sorry, and then after that went to get an apprenticeship down at Watercraft Marine down at Emu Point.
yeah. Okay, so Rusty didn't offer you a job.
Nah, he already had an apprentice there, so
Yeah,
missed out, but oh well.
that's life sometimes.
So yeah, working for Glenn, 3.5-year apprenticeship down there, and then after that, yeah, it was all away we go.
So they're only a 3.5-year apprenticeship, the boat mechanics.
Yeah, 3.5, yeah.
Albany's a good spot to be a mechanic for boats, I would think.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's mobile, is it, or just in a shed, yeah?
I do have a small shed down in Robertson.
Yep.
Just working on jet skis to outboards to inboards. A lot of my stuff is mobile. So I do a lot of trips to Bremer and Denmark, and yeah, it does work. I've got a little workshop on the back of my tray.
Yeah.
And yeah, it works good.
Don't even think about jet skis and that, do you? I think about boats all the time, but yeah, is there a lot of jet skis around?
Yeah, people are getting a lot of these Fish Pro jet skis, and especially the Yamaha ones are coming through now, which is good. A lot more technology, a lot more accessories coming with it. And
And you can put a lot on them. There's some big ones, isn't there?
yeah, you can get your sounders, you got fish eskies, you got your all the rod holders and stuff, the stereo systems that go with it as well, and they do work.
It's probably a lot cheaper way of getting into boating, isn't it, really, when you think about it? With the price of boats now, I mean, a jet ski is probably, 20 grand, is it, or something? Or
Yeah, about that price, yeah.
Yeah.
For a second, good
compared to
second-hand
getting
one.
a boat now, it's like 80 grand or 100 grand or
I
something
know,
like that.
yeah, it's through the roof, bro. Boat prices are so.
Yeah,
But,
that's good for younger people to get into, isn't it?
No, definitely recommend it for the people who want to get into starting into fishing and starting into boating as well.
Especially the single person, you don't need two people. It's just
And that's the bonus with it as well. You
Oh,
can have
yeah.
to launch it by yourself. There's some of these bigger boats, you need 2 or 3 people to launch it. So
Pretty easy to launch on a beach and that too, aren't they?
Yeah,
Because they're
yeah.
lightweight and
yeah,
they're jet, so you don't have the
be able
motor
to-
hanging off the back and all that sort of thing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you won't be able to have any dramas with breaking your leg off or hitting anything on the sand.
As long as you've got a decent four-wheel drive, you'll be right.
Yeah.
And so what are you doing with a jet ski? Because they're obviously a jet. What's the difference between that and a motor?
It's a jet propulsion, so you have an intake through the hull that goes through an impeller and a wear ring.
Yep.
And then so you're not like your motor and engine, it's got a boat propeller, which is
Yeah, a shaft and a
shaft and a
propeller on it.
propeller and
Yep.
leg. So yeah,
Easy to maintain?
yeah, they are. Depends how shallow the water you go in with them, because some people do like to be idiots and used to wear their impellers out and the wear rings, and that's usually a bummer of a job trying to get them out. But
Bit more money for you.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, I do love a challenge when I do love working on them. So
Yeah, you look at some things sometimes, and because Jeremy was telling us about a funny story with a mate of his who wrecked a motor on a tree a while ago, you obviously look at some things and go, how the hell did they do that? And then you got to fix it, I suppose.
Yeah, that's it. Now I've seen some crackers come through, and
You young people
people just going too fast and
having a
too
bit of
shallow
fun.
water.
When you see those jet boats like in New Zealand and that hacking
yeah.
around, they're hardly in the water, are they?
no.
No, it's big rooster tail at the back of them. That is pretty cool to watch.
It is. They're incredible, yeah. What do you work on the most now? Is it a mix between big boats, small boats?
It's a bit of a variety at the moment. Yeah, there's inboards.
I've always been a bit wary of inboards. We've got a boat with a couple of motors on the back, a cat, but when you go to buy, and I always think, are you going to have a lot more problems with an inboard than you are?
If they are sitting around a lot, the more they're used, I reckon the better they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the better. The more they're sitting around, getting a lot of corrosion, a lot of just salt water sitting inside it.
Yep.
Yeah, the more the better they're used, the more life you're going to get out of the engine.
Yeah, you got to use it more, yeah. We renovated a boat not long ago like I said, with 2 motors on it, and hadn't been used for 10 years. They were actually outboards, but I think we spent 10 grand on getting them fixed, and then we sold them for 11 grand. But there was a lot of work to do with carbies and everything. They were 4-strokes. But it proves that things have to be used, don't they?
Yeah,
you can't
definitely.
sit around it.
Nah, salt water is a very harsh water, and once it's into metal, it will never be able to get out. So,
take us back to when you first started your apprenticeship.
yeah.
Did you get through 6 months and like every apprentice and go?
Oh, I knew nothing about boat engines when I first started.
Yeah.
You just wanted to go boating, didn't you?
Just love fishing, love the passion for boats, and that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to learn.
Getting to work with them is pretty cool, though. Something that you love.
Yeah, it's something different every day.
You've got to take them for a run, I suppose, too.
That's it, yeah. If it's a good day, you do, yeah.
How long you been doing it?
Probably about 10, almost 11, no. Yeah, about 10 years now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so left school.
What was your hardest sort of period, I guess?
TAFE.
TAFE.
Learning at TAFE, like you always, I hated being in classrooms. Like I've never used to like school.
You want to be out there doing it.
There doing it and sitting in classrooms and just doing all the paperwork side of stuff was, no good.
No fun.
No fun.
You do that in Albany here, or did you have to go to Perth?
Fremantle, Challenger. So they do it in there, up there with the Challenger TAFE. That's, right in the water there, next to the wharf. So, it's a beautiful little spot. Yeah, just go down and have your fish and chips for lunch and away you go.
Good to be around the water all the time, I reckon. For you to be at Emu Point doing all that and being on the water, and then when your time off, you can go and grab your boat and get back in the water again.
Trust me, there's a lot of struggling days watching people go out in the water and you're stuck at work.
Yeah, of course. Watching them go down the boat ramp.
And your glass off and you're like sitting inside a shed watching them all go out. And
pulling the motor apart. Yeah, great.
You got to learn not to look at it. That's the thing.
What sort of boat you got now?
Just a little 4-metre boat, 4-metre tinny at the moment. Just love my King George, love my squidding. So
well, you don't have to go far to get them, do you?
No,
that's it. Like you just tinker around the harbour here.
Where's all your secret spots?
That's
in the
out
harbour.
there.
In the harbour.
in the harbour, mate, in the water.
That's right. Yeah. Not going to get them out of him. King George are just fantastic fish.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Can't beat them.
Definitely my.
And you don't need, like you say, you only need a tinny. I've got a friend down here and he just goes out in his tinny and they always get their dozen or more.
Yep.
Whiting, good size.
But my uncle gave me this secret recipe for them.
I thought you were going to say sauce or is it bait?
Nah, it's just grab your cheapest packet of salt and vinegar chips.
Yep.
Crunch them up and just, batter them with them.
Batter them with them.
Yeah. Salt and vinegar chips, mate.
So batter the fish with the salt and vinegar chips?
Yeah, yeah.
Crikey, I might need to do that down here in the shop. We might get some more customers in,
Do you have like a wet batter to go with it, or just punch the fish straight into it?
Yeah.
No, you just do your corn flour and egg first up, and then straight into your salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah.
You don't even need to put salt and vinegar on your fish afterwards.
No.
That would be fantastic.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that would be good. How long have you started your business? How long's your business been going?
So we're coming up to about 11 months now. So it was in April, the idea sort of clicked and I just got my logo. It all came to me pretty quickly. And
what's it called, Tom?
Maali Marine.
Maali Marine. Anyone down here in the Great Southern needs a boat service? He's the man.
The man.
Maali Marine.
How'd you come up with Maali Marine?
So Maali is the Aboriginal word, means black swan for Aboriginal. So,
And is that your logo? Yeah, good stuff.
The logo, the Maali Marine on top.
You got enough clients to be running full time, or
no,
you got any staff yet?
Not quite, no. So it's still early days, still the first year. Just trying to get my head around the foundations of it, the works business side of stuff, like all business start as they start. Trying to get my head around the paperwork side of stuff, or the invoicings, and then there was also...
I got a daughter in the business to do all that for me, so I don't have to do it.
There you go.
That is the worst part of any business.
That's the go.
And she was an accountant, so that made life a little bit easier for me. If you ever employ anyone, there's a little bit more paperwork for you. If you can do it all yourself, good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Are you a lure man when you go fishing, or you're a bait man?
Yeah, I am a lure man. Yeah,
What's the go these days in lures?
We tend to catch the bigger fish in lures.
Yep.
Yeah, just the bait. It's always been. Oh, you tend to. That's your last resort.
Yeah.
You tend to catch.
You always got to take a little bit out.
Take a little bit out,
or
definitely.
cut a little fish up while you're out there, just in case.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, there is.
What's the favourite lure in the box, mate?
Oh God,
too many of them.
Nah, I've been getting right into this. A rapid fire fishing mob in Denmark. There's a local seller over there, and I've been getting a few off them.
And they're making them?
They make them, yep. No, they're a great lure.
Yep.
Got me PB Jewfish off one of them.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Right. Tell us a story out in the water that you've experienced.
Oh.
Funny one.
I used to be writing for brim fishing.
Yeah.
Back in my school days, and caught this decent brim, and had the get the pliers to get the lure out of its teeth, and taking a photo of it. And everything. Still got the pliers in my hand and whatnot, and I've just gone thrown the pliers over the board and not the fish.
And then he said, "Right, how am I going to get it out now?"
Yeah, that's it.
I'm sure there's lots of things on the bottom of the rivers and oceans that shouldn't be there.
Oh, yeah.
We were just talking about that the other day, the amount of phones that are probably on the bottom of the ocean or the bottom of a river.
Taking photos of their fish, and they've just thrown the phone back in.
We're taking a phone call and going, bloop.
My wedding ring's on the bloody bottom of the ocean.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Jeremy, that's terrible.
It wasn't ideal that day.
How long did you keep that quiet for?
Yeah, just that day.
Just that day.
It's not something you can lie about, that one.
Nah.
Tell us what people shouldn't do with their boat motor.
Oh, definitely drown it. Don't drown it. Nah.
I was sitting at a ramp in Perth one day, and we'd been out in our little, 3.5 metre dinghy, and we were crabbing and that. And we come back in, and there was my son and I, about 20 years ago, here's a guy pulling his boat out of the water, and the engine is on fire. And I mean engulfed.
Oh, my God, overheating.
And I was trying to... Brad said, "What's going on here, Dad?" I said, "I don't know. I've never seen an outboard on fire before. I'm sure it does happen. I didn't know if the fuel had gotten on it or something, but, yeah, probably overheated, yeah." What's the worst motor you've worked on?
There is very bad motors out there. You can get your old Johnsons and...
Oh, old ones, yeah. With the big donk?
Big donks and the big V4s.
Yeah.
Noisy engines. They are. Everyone says they're bad engines and that they've got that name for a reason, but no, they're still good engines to...
Yeah, if you
look
after
if you want to stay in close and whatnot. And,
yeah.
So tell us what you specialise in, Tom.
Mainly just, outboards, I reckon. Outboards and trailers is my niche, So I just try and work on them.
Particular brands or all of them?
All the brands, yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, because it's still starting off as a business, still trying to make myself a brand and build a label a little bit. If anything's under warranty, I don't work on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just I let the customer know, otherwise it avoids it.
Take it back to where you brought it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I was just looking through this magazine, and some of the motors now, like the 350s and things like that.
Oh, it's unreal. Yeah. A lot of money, though, that goes into those engines.
And
a lot of technology.
Yeah. So you would work on those sorts of things, but the technology, do you need to do like extra training or anything?
There is the extra training there.
For new stuff?
Yeah, that's another field that I'd love to get into.
Yeah.
Going to like a Yamaha or a Honda school or a Mercury school just to upskill myself a little bit more. But there's...
Where do you do that?
It depends where they're they do the training, yeah. So I think it's based in Sydney, most of them.
Yeah, right.
One's in Melbourne and...
Yeah, they're incredible motors. I was reading about them earlier on.
Fuel economicals through the...
Absolutely.
Really, really good.
Yeah, well, we've got 2 145 Suzukis, and we do, between the two, we do 1 litre per nautical mile.
Yep.
For the two motors.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's really good.
And they've actually got systems on them now to catch the plastic that's coming out of the ocean as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've got a catcher.
Yeah, I haven't seen those ones.
Yeah, that's on the Suzuki. So you open it up and it gets the very, very fine plastic particles that are in the ocean that are coming through. Your motor gets caught in a filter.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And, I didn't know anything about that. They're
I
only,
didn't know anything about that either.
I think they're only 2 years old, those ones. Yeah, and we were amazed.
What else is happening in the workshop, Tom?
So yeah, just a little small workshop. So it's only about 2 or 3 boats in there. Yeah, just currently working on a 30 Yami at the moment and it's fixing a trailer up on it. It's got a broken trailer bracket.
Yep.
An inboard and a cruiser on site.
Do you build your trailers or you just maintain them?
Just maintain them, maintenance and just repairs if they need repairing.
So here's a good question for you about trailers, which are a nightmare with any boatie, I reckon, when with bearings and everything. But what do you do with a trailer when it comes out of the water every time? Is it just best to wash it down with fresh water?
Yeah, that day.
Should you spray anything on it?
Just fresh water. Get all the salt. Yeah, your springs, your axles, your bearings.
Yep.
Your tyres.
Just a good flush out.
Just flush out, just to get that salt water off. Otherwise, you leave that sitting on there, it's going to rust.
It's
going to cause issues.
And lights, they're a nightmare.
Yeah,
lights.
I don't know how many sets of lights. And I haven't. I've had one boat, then a different boat, and then a different one. And of course, you get different trailers to go on those boats, and always lights are a major issue.
Oh, yeah, they are.
It doesn't matter what you back into the water.
No, you try to put them
3 months down the track.
Build stands to keep
what's
them out
happened
of
with
the water.
lights?
Yeah, they're a very bit of an issue. Sun damage and just get fragile and they start cracking. Right. And once
water
starts cracking, water gets into them. There goes another set.
What's the worst trailer you worked on?
No, yeah, that was definitely one I had probably about a month ago. He's towed it back from Nalu.
Wow.
He's hit a pothole about 80 k's an hour and he's bent the whole axle, the mud guards up in the air.
Yeah.
He's actually had to leave it there overnight or over the week. He was in Nalu,
which is only about 1,400 kilometres away.
Yeah. So he's towed it all the way back. He's gone on a tyre and towed it all the way back, and the whole trailer's warping. So I've had to pull the whole trailer apart, redo the bracket, or order a new bracket for him, order a new axle, and he's a happy customer. But it's done now. It was a doozy, that's for sure.
Yeah. The boat all right?
It was a jet ski actually. Yeah. So it was
still alive.
Still alive, just.
Can you still test all your light motors in buckets of water and with earmuffs on and all that, or do you test them out on the water?
Most of your fuel injected ones you can test on the muffs, and your 2-strokes and your most carbureted engines. So you definitely have to take them out in the water and tune them, because they do need that back pressure on the exhaust to be able to fine tune them.
Take a fishing rod out with you.
Yeah, that's try it to be too long.
A King George setup.
Yeah.
Do you ever get any trailers come in with the whole GCM and GVM laws, and they come in with big 6-metre boat, behind a 4-cylinder car, and you think, how are you getting around with this? And
no, I haven't had to work on that big of a boats yet. And nothing's pulled up to the workshop just as of yet.
And you just wave them past as they're coming.
Yeah, I'm like, keep going, but
get out of my eyes.
No, just don't want to look at it, don't want to touch it.
That's not a mechanic's issue when it comes to that. You can bring it in, but how you get it out, it's your problem.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
I'll probably have a bigger cover enough car to tow it in and out as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Once it's there, it stays there.
Yeah. How do people get into your field if they want to, as an apprentice or for their career?
So just if they got a passion as well for boating, they try and they got a bit of a hard working ethic, be able to hands on.
You're going to spend a bit of time around the water and with boats, so you need to have a bit of a passion for it, don't you?
With your testing, do you take it out in take your boats out in rough weather, or just whatever the weather is?
No, I try. If it's going to be rough weather, I'd let the customer take it out. If they're going to be, give me the feedback if it's still running rough.
Yeah, right.
Some of the work you don't know if it's going to be 100% okay.
How have you built the business so far? Friends, family, and then just word of mouth?
Social media.
Social media
has been a big one. Word of mouth. Friends as well. Yeah, family's been getting the word around. It's been good. Yeah, getting a lot of feedback as well. It's been good.
Have you not had any issues sort of servicing the boats? You haven't had too many in? You can spread them out a bit?
Yeah, I do try to spread them out as much as I can. be able to be,
I suppose you're going to get a bit of run on in springtime.
Yeah, there will be.
Like that sort of industry, I would think, and then not much in winter, but that's when you'd like to get people in, wouldn't you?
Oh, it's a perfect opportunity for people to bring them in, because then they can do the things that they need to do, and when the summertime comes, they're ready to go.
That would make sense.
It's a bit like air conditioners in the summer trying to get one fixed. You can't get anyone in to fix it because they're too busy.
Yeah,
a bit like boats, wouldn't it? And that's probably the only thing, as you grow your business too, you're going to get those situations where you're going to have more and more people coming at the same time wanting to get their boats serviced and things like that.
No, there will be, like there will be those people that do come in.
I suppose it's a bit like car mechanics too. I mean, we always put so much trust in them. And, when you're going out in the ocean, you need a boat that's going to have a good motor.
Yeah, especially the Southern Ocean. It's really, you go out past the islands and it's not the greatest out there.
It's unforgiving, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely unpredictable.
And there's a lot of water out there, and there's only one sea rescue down here.
Yeah.
So you'd want to make sure that when you do hit the water, your boat is in tip-top condition. You don't hear too many stories down here. Like I said, I've been down here for a while now, and there's the odd rescue, but I think in the majority people are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you stock all the safety gear down at your shed?
No, not as just yet. So still very, very small at the moment. Yeah, I'd love to be open to have our own little chandlery as well.
In the pipeline?
In the pipeline,
Yeah, that's wicked.
Especially the stuff that's got a use-by date on, like flares, where you get in your boat a year down the track and you go, oh, the flares are out of date again. We're going to go and buy another pack.
There you go. Yeah, use them for a camping trip.
That's good. That's good consumables to sell if you can sell them.
Yeah.
I don't know how many sets of flares we've brought. I've probably brought 10 sets of flares over the years, and you never use them, but you always got to have them in date.
They've made this electrical beacon now, so it's just a light,
right?
So that it doesn't go out of date,
and it acts like a flare.
Acts like a flare.
Yeah, right. Just a distress signal type.
Just
thing.
a distress signal.
Yeah, right.
It's flashing light. It's never goes out of date, so you always have it on your boat.
Mate, they might be putting the flare companies out of business.
Yeah,
so they would be. Yeah,
technology.
Everything's all going all LED and battery operated now, so it's
solar power on boats.
Keeping the batteries all charged.
Yeah. Well, we've taken all our electrics away from our batteries. We've just got a battery up the front now, and plugged all our electrics in it with solar on the roof. You went camping up there, didn't you, at Shark Bay, and just used solar, didn't you?
Yep.
And you had the fridge running and everything. Solar's just fantastic on boats. You would think that would stop a lot of batteries going flat too, if you could have a setup like that.
Yeah.
You know, because that is one of the things when you are out there and you're turning the key and nothing's happening, especially when you're out at sea.
It's all part of the service schedule as well. So testing your batteries, testing all your electrics, see if they're all nice and tight and safe and secure.
At the end of every episode, Tom, we ask you to recommend a food dish that's like very unique, not everyone may experience in their lifetime.
I haven't really had many like specific.
Are you a meat pie person?
Meat pie, can't go past the Mount Barker Bakery though.
I don't think many can.
It's pretty.
Well, we'll have to put down
King George.
Battered in
salt and vinegar chips, mate.
You'll be able to pick that out of that,
No, that's a clanger. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I reckon that's a ripper.
Yeah. I should do that because I'll save on salt and vinegar downstairs, won't I?
Go shares in Smith's.
Yeah. Or Tony Gallardi, isn't he, making chips these days?
Oh, God.
All right. Thanks for coming on the pod, Tom.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, mate. We know you've had a hard day at work and rocking up a bit late. We didn't want to put you through this, but thanks very much for coming and sitting down with us.
Yeah, and all the best in your ventures with your business.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yes, and if anyone wants a boat motor, they can go to Maali Marine, and I'm sure they can find where you are on socials.
Yeah, on the socials, Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
If not, just give me a message and I'll be more than happy to help out.
Perfect. Thank you.